Let's start with a new tool and bring in a cylinder 3D from the gizmo. Select an extender from the gizmo and extend it in the Y-axis. Then press accept and run another extender. This time extend it in the X-axis. Press Ctrl W to make it one polygroup, then Ctrl Shift to select the right side of the model and give it a new polygroup. Select QMesh with flat and polygroup as the target. Let's rotate it a little bit, and then unmask the back and move it into position. Scale it in the Y-axis and clear the mask. Let's insert 2 edge loops in the middle to help with the shape. Now we can unmask the back faces and extrude out with the gizmo. Let's continue to extrude and scale to match the reference. Press QC50 and scale it in the Z-axis. Then mask the front and gradually scale it up. Mask the model and bring in a cylinder 3D from the gizmo. Then press QC50 and scale it down. Move it into place and then Ctrl drag out a duplicate. Now we can clear the mask and bridge 2 polys. Then QMesh a single poly and click QC50. Select Insert Multiple Edge Loops and add 3 of them in the middle. Press Ctrl W to make it one polygroup and move the points to create the internal shape. Press Auto Groups and Ctrl click the cylinders. Then go to Unmask Center and scale it in the Z-axis. Let's add in edge loops to match the cylinders and QMesh them. We want to Q-mesh halfway around the cylinder, slightly less on every extrusion. Collapse the edges on the last Q-mesh. Unmask the ends and rotate to match the curve. Mask the model and bring in a Ring 3D from the gizmo. Set the coverage to 180 and move it into place. Invert the mask and split unmask points. Then delete the caps and polygroup half the ring. Close the caps and control-click on the polygroup with the gizmo. Then go to Unmask Center and turn on Dynamic. Now we can move the subtool down and turn on Live Boolean. Control drag with the gizmo to extrude, and then clear the mask and move the ring into position. Select Deformer Soft from the gizmo and make some minor adjustments. Press Accept when you're done and scale it in the Y-axis. Control drag with the gizmo to make a duplicate and then clear the mask. Mask the model and bring in a cylinder 3D. Invert the mask and split unmask points. Let's scale it down and use Extender from the gizmo. When you are done, press Accept and then Q-mesh the ends. Now you can press QC50 and move the ends out past the model. Let's move the subtool down and turn on live booleans. Then scale and reposition the model into place.